What's up, SNA fans? Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. Sorry about that technical difficulty, but yeah, back to the review of AEW Dynamite on March 6, 2024 on tonight's show. This is where we got Eddie Kingston then start brawling with the Young Bucks, like with him starting to win this brawl in a 2-on-1 situation with him getting the advantage, even though he's outnumbered. But until Matthew Jackson low blow Eddie Kingston from behind, this is where they start double teaming the Mad King and the Continental Crown Champion. This is where they start super kicking him until they try to go for the BTE trigger. This is where we heard a coin drop, and this is where we heard which we heard his theme music, and it was none other than a certain Rainmaker, or I won't say certain. It was ladies and gentlemen, it was the proper debut of the Rainmaker himself, Kazuchika Okada, making his official AEW debut, just like Will Ospreay, like from New Japan Pro Wrestling, because he did finish up with them a month ago, back in February. This is where he made it known that he was officially all elite. It seemed like that he was going to help Eddie Kingston to fight off the EVPs. But this is where, as soon as he got back in the ring, like with Eddie Kingston was like, all right, well, what are we waiting for? Shouldn't we be fighting these SOBs? And this is where Kazuchika Okada like, no, but before I gotta ask them something. And this is where Eddie Kingston's like, you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna do this all by myself like I was just doing. This is where he got pulled back by Kazuchika Okada. This is where he hits him with the Rainmaker by ripcord and hit the lariat, knocking him down. Looking like if there's flying quarters dropping everywhere. This is where Nicholas Jackson announced that they officially brought in the newest member of the Elite. And it was none other than Kazuchika Okada, of course. This is where he put his foot right on the Eddie Kingston's back with his face right onto the canvas. This is where Nicholas Jackson was like the Rain, and this is where he announced him as the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, which he was doing the arm pose like everybody would do, especially like if you're a heel. And it seems like he's gonna be a heel as they're going forward. Which I would say I could see Kota Ibushi could have turned heel and joined the Elite, but I did not expected this. And something just tells me, maybe, just maybe, he's going after for Eddie Kingston's AEW International. I'm thinking, I'm going to say Continental Crown Championship. And it seems like if Eddie Kingston's not careful, then it seems like we're going to see Kazuchika Okada is going to take that belt from him, along with the Ring of Honor World Championship and the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship, and the rights of being the number one on the list of Gunther's Envy list. But now, he's officially elite. Elite, that just comes in my head. Now he's officially all elite. And there's rumors of where he's going to go, and it seems like Plana's prediction came true. Which there's rumors going all over the web, which he thought that would be soon as tonight, because rumors had it that his AEW debut could be sooner as we think, and this is probably the perfect night to do it because of that simple fact. If they did sign him into a deal, and next week we're going to see a debut of another New Japan Pro wrestler, except it could possibly be a female, which we're going to figure that out. Probably figure out who exactly this particular New Japan Pro wrestler may be on March 13th. But let me know in the comments down below on who I'm referring to. But let's move on to the next slide. We got a hype up of the advertisement of Will Ospreay, of his match against his fellow United Empire teammate, Kyle Fletcher. This is where we got Chris Statlander in a match against Riho. And I'm sorry I didn't start saying what's the best match of the night. What was it? It was No, it was no. Yeah, Swerve Strickland taking on. Yeah, that was the second match of the night. Well, this match, Chris Statlander versus Riho's the second match or third match. I mean, that's second. I already said second. That's Swerve and Samoa Joe versus Matt Taven and Mike Bennett tag team match. But yeah, this is where we got the third best match with Chris Statlander getting the first offense onto Riho, shoulder tackling her in the process. But when she goes to the right side, this is where she gets kneed right into the midsection. This is where Riho's like, all right, like I'm gonna make my big comeback here, like and show you like why I'm the future future of AEW again, and be a two-time AEW Women's World Champion, even though it won't be the first ever champion, but I still will be champion again. It'll be much more a better version of us. This is where she tried to go for the 619 once she had her face right on into the middle ropes in the top corner, when she ran to the diagonal corner of the ring in the bottom corner rope. Try to go for 619, but this is where Chris Statlander moved out of the way. This is where Chris Statlander hit a shoulder tackle right onto the Riho again, but Riho slides right under Chris Statlander when she had her in a pin at 2.2. This is where then she runs right into the bottom rope. This is where Chris Statlander hit the most smartest maneuver in sports entertainment in pro wrestling, is bowing her head way before she was coming into her direction, which gave Riho enough time to hit a sunset flip right on to Chris Statlander. But fortunately, Chris Statlander was too big for her. She picks up Riho. This is where she got her into a ragdoll bear hug. This is where Stokely Hathaway then start viciously telling him, like, squeeze her to death, like I barely still have a squeaky ghetto voice like that he usually would have, like which it was a very unusual deep voice that he had, or if it was just me. But yeah, he was trying to make Chris Statlander like if she was a heel. But some just tell me maybe, just maybe, they're leading to this path of Chris Statlander turning heel, and she'll be fully accepting Stokely as her manager. Because Stokely, same as Paul Heyman and Don Callis, they work better as a heel, as a heel rather than a baby face. But anyway, this is where we got Chris Statlander going for a bear hug. This is where she goes for a standing suplex. This is where she tries to go for a vertical suplex, but this is where Riho tried to get her legs down to try to go for a Falcon Arrow, but Chris Statlander slams her in her back. This is where Chris Statlander got her head back up. This is where she hit her face first right onto or serial killer, I should say. But this is where she tried to spear her once she placed her right into the upper left side corner, but she gets kicked right into her face twice, to be exact. This is where she goes for a crossbody, but this is where Chris Statlander caught her in midair. This is where she then put her right on her shoulders. This is where she then try to go for a gorilla press slam, which he did hit a flapjack, what's that gorilla press slam. This is where she started continuing to do her beating right onto her. This is where